What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Double M Motorsports. Raced at Springfield Raceway this week. Check out the action. It was a busy week. We raced at Springfield this week. But before that, I had Scott Campbell came over and we totally redid the entire car. The setup on it, drastic change. We adjusted the ride height that was way off. We adjusted the height of the J-bar. We adjusted the location of the trailing arms on both sides. We adjusted all the spring rates. The slider we adjusted. Adjusted the limiter chain on the left rear. Major changes. Scaled it out and got her sitting pretty. And then we took her to Springfield. This is post. I forgot to film an intro. The girls were gone this week. They were in Nashville, so we missed them. It's always hectic whenever they're not around. Sarah always takes care of the filming for me. Dad tried to fill in there. I forgot to put the GoPro in the car again because it was just the two of us. And then Josh Kerr came and he helped out at the track. So it was a blessing to see him there. It was a rough night. Watch the video and I'll explain more about what happened at the end. Enjoy the show. seeing in the video, we did not have much luck. We've got quite a bit of damage going on there. Flip you around and we'll show you what happened. All right, so as you've seen in the video, the guy that was racing in front of me, he went high. I was kind of in the lower line, and he got up in the marbles and spun right around in front of me and destroyed a bunch of stuff. Snapped the shock straight off. Spring went flying. I don't know where it's at. Luckily, my upper control arm is good. Just has some scratches on it there. Lower arm is junk. It was bent all the way down. We straightened it up just to get it back onto the trailer, but it's trash. Bent the heim on the end of the steering rod right there. So we have got, thanks to Scott Campbell, who helped me get the car set up. It handled beautifully. The car was driving great. Motor's having some issues. I think it's a fuel issue, maybe a spark plug issue. So we'll dive into that later before next week and try to get everything figured out. But Scott hooked us up with some lowers. He brought a new spindle. That was the other thing. The spindle broke off right here. So it was stuck on the upper. So I had to get a new spindle. But Scott had brought over his spare spindle so we could get the car off the trailer, and then gave me a contact for some spare parts at a reduced rate. And so I went ahead and went up there and grabbed that. That way I've only got to do all this work once. So I'll get the new lower on there. Got a new 550-pound spring. Got a new heim for there. That'll go in right there. Got the new spindle, so I'll get everything from Scott's transitioned over to this new one so I can get his back to him. And I've got my old right front shock sitting right there that'll work on this to get us going again. We've got spindle, shock, lower control arm, a Heims in there that goes on the steering arm. Everything is back together now. Had to get a new spring, lost that. Everything's back together. Bumper is bent all to snot. I can probably get that straightened out. Scott's gonna see if he can get another one for me made. Still have sheet metal work to do, but I can't thank Scott enough for all the help that he provided this week. Michael McCormack let us borrow the scales, and then Scott came back over. He hooked me up with a guy that actually got me all the parts that I needed. Scott donated the lower control arm, and then got me in touch with the guy that sold me the rest of the stuff I needed for 120 bucks. So that is freaking amazing. I've got that contact now. Just another blessing in the racing community to run across Scott, and he's involved in the same circle of guys that I talk to all the time too. So and lives right down the street from me, like I'd said in the last video. So it is just an awesome community to be a part of. Everybody wants to help each other out. You know, even the used parts stuff, you know, the guy I'm getting off of, they're not brand new parts, but they are good enough to get you back out on the track. So that is all I can ask for on a budget team, because the stuff that I broke there, that's $700-800 all day long. And I was able to get back out here running for 120 plus the donated lower control arm from Scott. So just awesome help. Appreciate all those guys. Ferrara set us up with some tires, so we got tires to get us through for a while. Just awesome. I love the community, the racing community, and being a part of it. But with that, that's going to wind up this episode. Appreciate you guys following along. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.